Hi, how you doing? This video's going out on a Sunday, so I thought we'd have a little fun. We're going to look at some of the very best pictures in old-time fighting instructional books. Before we dive right into it, I need to give you a little bit of context so you can understand what we're actually looking at. Obviously, there are literally thousands of fighting manuals dating back to the early Middle Ages. To keep things easy for me, and kind of on theme for the channel, I've purposefully stuck to books in my personal collection, rather than those available digitally online. Secondly, I'm very clearly and specifically taking these pictures completely out of context. Some of them make sense when you have that context. Some of them, not so much. There's nothing really that draws them together, other than the fact that they tickle me when I see them. So, with that said, let's take a look at the first. This is from The Art of Wrestling by George de Relwiskoff, published around 1920 by a former world and Olympic champion wrestler who'd served teaching unarmed combat in World War I, and would go on to serve as W.E. Fairbairn's Sergeant Major at Camp X in World War II, so he knew his stuff. This is from a small section at the very end of the book entitled Self-Defense for Women. There's nothing wrong with the techniques being shown, and he should be congratulated for including it based on the era it was published. I just love the outfits, most specifically the woman's hat. But I think the very best bit of all is the look on her face when she's demonstrating the defence against a grab from the front. Just beautiful. The second is from the classic work Championship Fighting by Jack Dempsey. For those of you who aren't already in the know, this is an absolute masterpiece in how to develop real punching power by fully utilising your body weight with every punch. Right at the beginning of the book we have this picture, which is a very creative way of demonstrating that you don't have to have much weight to be able to do serious damage to someone if you can utilise all of it and gravity's on your side. I think it speaks for itself. The third is from a book we don't often mention here on the channel, written in 1952 by the wonderfully named Hubert Klingersdorf. It's called Judo, Self-Taught in Pictures, and it's from a small section right in the middle of the book entitled Defence Against a Blow from an Axe. I'm genuinely not sure if I love the fact that he clearly thinks being attacked by an axe-wielding maniac is so common as to need to include it in his book, or that he seems to suggest leaping into guard as the best way to counter it. Number 4 is from W. Bruce Sutherland's book Jiu-Jitsu Self-Defense, which was originally published right in the middle of World War I. The picture appears to show one policeman kneeling on someone, holding them pinned face down on the ground, while a second policeman punches them in the head. I mean, yeah. No list like this would be complete without including something from our dear old friend Walter Armstrong. This is from the Lancashire Wrestling section of his book Wrestling from the All England series. It's not really the technique, but more the looks on the faces of the fine gentlemen performing it. It's kind of what you might expect if you'd walked into a room unannounced and found two marvellously mustachioed chaps enjoying each other's company. And with that, I think we'll probably just draw a curtain and let Walter's friends get back to whatever it is they were doing before we got here. I hope you've enjoyed this look at some of my favourite pictures from the books in my collection. Let me know if I've missed any, or if there are any just as good in sources I don't normally look at. If you aren't subscribed already, it would be amazing if you'd consider it. And to those of you still here at the end of the video, don't forget to buy your t-shirt while you still can. Fight team!